this as these are negative, and they basically come together. And what if they're like humans and all animals, and they breed? So now you're
we
getting
literally
more
every single game we played with
and
PCs.
more and more,
Yeah.
except now you're fusing them with
they're not
all
really-
these positive.
Yeah, but they're not as good as they.
But we can't see the dark matter, so
Yes.
we don't know.
If you watch, all these colors
You're,
will come
you
all
watch
back to
Frozen
black,
Yeah.
as black
Oh,
will be.
I see where you're going.
And
I see where you're going. I like it.
And so is
And then-
Interesting.
You roll it all together, and now you have this
Oh.
matter that you've never been heard of. As you have beginning dark matter and all this matter that we know of. Dark matter is by itself, and then all of a sudden it finds a group of all the stuff we know. As it now all breeds together, it makes a whole different thing. As now this gets more, finds more of these, and as it gets more of those. And the as these will breed to this, and then those will breed to that, as it will all come back to here.
I like that.
As this will turn into this, as those will find those and breed into that, but then those will breed to those, creating that, and that will.
I would tell you that I would be very curious, and like I told you before, I'll be very curious to see you work the math out for that. And maybe it's possible.
And as you know, everything has a cycle to it. So why would there be this one thing that doesn't have a cycle?
I agree completely.
So
I agree completely.
if everything has a cycle to it, you now get this infinite cycle.
I agree with you.
And so now,
But now we're to the point, Colton, where we look at it and we're like, the only way to know is to do the math.
except there can't be a math as the math.
No, there's math to it.
I know. But if you think about it, dark matter. So people think of dark matter as purple. So
You're gonna use purple as dark matter?
I cannot find the purple.
Jeez, dude, this guy just doesn't.
But so let's say blue is
form our
purple.
standards.
So there's blue. Let's say it's purple. Everybody thinks purple is dark matter. Now you take the purple. I really just need the purple.
So you're talking about dark matter at a subatomic level.
It's up there.
So
there's a guy just sitting
what
with
you're
a
saying
flash.
is that dark matter interacts subatomically, but we can't see it.
So here, let's do this. So you take purple. And now purple finds this group of all those. Or let's say there's one of those other things, two other things, and they all just sit there. Silence, nobody knows about them.
But they can't interact.
Well, no, as this one, it's like an attack, like in the medieval times. So this one's just kind of sitting there, trying to defend itself from being No, this one. As it's trying to defend itself from if some come try to eliminate it. It has to be secret. Except these guys find this. So now they sneak up.
So you're saying that
You have this infusion.
Okay.
So now it's like armies. As now you got black along here.
So dark matter,
Dark-
it's not one particle, it's multiple particles.
Yeah, and then
They interact like normal particles.
it's like the army and the navy going against
So we can't
an army.
Wait, what?
So now it's 2v1. As they take this guy over, 3 armies. You have 3 over here.
Maybe it doesn't go in circles like normal matter.
Is
If it's at a grid.
Or a square. Or
Like that.
a rectangle.
And maybe there's an empty place here, which gives it, this is the reason why we can't see it, because there is an empty part of the grid.
Well, no, how about the grid gets expanded as things come along? So now, but there's always the one extra particle that's needed. So now you have these guys.
Do you have an empty place though?
Yeah, hang on.
It doesn't sound good.
That's the ultimate key right there. So what you have now
Dude, the
is
trucker with the Bruin.
you have the blue, as the blue gets
There's a girl
conquered.
camping
So
up
now
there. Freaking
it's
brewing.
4v2 as they quickly conquer the green army. As now all that's left is the orange. So now you take
Yep,
the orange.
she's dead.
As they're all pushed
There's
together,
more people.
there's, what's it right now?
I just
This
blew
is-
myself up like an idiot.
So now you have that open spot. Nobody, and that's why we can't see
So
it.
that's why we can't see.
Because now, let's say there is another particle, and that one's, let's say there's so much space.
But if the
Like-
grid is like this and it's on the backside, it's not symmetrical, which
Well-
means if it's not symmetrical, then we can't see it in our wavelengths. So therefore, it's invisible.
He gets
Yes,
easy.
and like I was talking about, it's invisible and we can't feel it. As it's there, but we can't feel it.
Why?
We can't see it. It's like air, except take out the feel of air. That's
Dude,
what
I
it
am
is.
lagging like
So
this.
now you have this one, let's say the universe is still expanding, and let's say this was the beginning of the universe,
See, it keeps
and you
doing
now
that.
go, let's say the universe suddenly
I
stops,
can't
and
engage
it's one,
because it lags.
so far away
I never lag.
that this would have to, as this one has been into all of those, and it can take over every single one of those individually, as these guys don't know there's one more out there, so now they roam trying to expand, and they make their way across, and eventually they're right here. As they find that dude,
Oh, never mind.
except he has the potential of taking them all out. And over time, as there were still a couple refugees of all these colors, except for purple, he grew. He compensated them. So now he started out
Green.
No.
green.
I made a
Now
friend with the
he-
shield guy in the back. Dude.
Now it's purple.
Well, no, now he's not purple yet because he hasn't been conquered, as he has been blue. He has found blue. He's found the refugees of blue. As you now get that, as this was slightly less, and blue was willing to take over, try and fight off dark matter and confiscate everybody. But now he finds refugees with black. So now black has,
So he's transformed himself into dark matter.
yes. Well, no, he's not transforming himself, as these are all part of one military, as a fortress, as this dude is king, except there's one ruler over
Yeah, but
power.
you've taken the orange and the purple or whatever it was, and you're saying that it has transformed itself,
It's transformed itself,
which is really interesting. So
As
what you're
the
saying
tree
is
still
that
is on top.
normal matter can actually transform itself into dark matter.
Yes, and now this guy went
Something I've
from
never
that
really thought
big.
about.
He went from that big to now this big. As all these guys over here are,
Now you can't see him anymore, but yet he still has mass.
yes, as well, no, not yet. As there's like this. Dark
Yes,
matter,
dude,
the only
we're
thing that
friends.
he has
We're
is-
friends. We've done it. We've achieved the impossible.
So now you take this guy.
And he gets bigger,
Yes, he is getting bigger.
which
Except he needs that
gives
one.
us a theory of why there's 73% of the mass of the universe that we can't see.
But now you have purple. That one purple.
If you're gaining the mass, then therefore we cannot see it at
But let's say this war has been going on for millions of years.
billions of years.
Yeah, since the universe.
Guys, okay, there's a person
started.
in the
Normal matter is warring
back
with the
corner,
dark
camping
matter.
in the corner.
Yes,
Oh, kill him.
and
Oh.
this dude, as
Try to
dark
make
matter
friends.
is constantly one. But now
Yeah,
this
no.
dude has came along
You're banned.
and is well armed, prepared to fight in case of anything.
Mhm.
Yes.
And so now, let's say the battle has been going on for
No.
millions of years now, as this dude has suddenly came along.